So Nataliya, tell us why and how you started the company.
Yeah, well, I started the company because I was a student at Stanford at business school, and during my second year, I was thinking, I always knew that I wanted to have my own company, and in my second year, I started doing what that would be, and actually, it was a no-brainer to start Svitla, because I'm Ukrainian myself, and always kept the connection, and I knew that there was a large pool of strong technical resources in Ukraine. And also just being here at Stanford and at Silicon Valley, I became aware that there is a shortage of strong technical resources, and they're very expensive. Mm-hmm. So again, it was very easy to connect the dots and start a company that would leverage the two, that would leverage the large pool of strong technical resources at a very reasonable cost, mm-hmm. And deliver that value to companies here in Silicon Valley and in North America.
Okay. So you mentioned Svitla has all the programmers in Ukraine. Are you just in the city of Kiev?
We initially, when we started, where we were in the office, we opened our initial office was in Kiev. But then, as we grew, as we added more customers and added more developers, we basically went where the talent was. So our second office we opened in Lviv, which is the second capital of Ukraine. Then the third, it's in the western part of the country. Then our third office was in the third largest city in Ukraine, in eastern part, in Kharkiv. And then we also opened a satellite office to our Kiev office, which is in the city of Cherkasy, which is only 3 hours away. And the reason why we went there and we opened an office is because there's a very strong university and also a good technical pool, and we can draw from.
Okay, great. So you mentioned that Svitla has headquarters here in Silicon Valley. I suppose that you may have a lot of clients that are startup companies, or do you sell to large companies also? Tell us about sort of the ideal client for Svitla.
Yeah, we work with a lot of startups, and mainly, again, because of our location, because we headquartered here in Silicon Valley, and also because of my Stanford Business School connections.
Right.
Many alums who become entrepreneurs and start companies from Stanford, they turn to us, they turn to Svitla. And, we have been in situations where we just started with an entrepreneur, when he had a business plan to develop, and we had 2-3 developers, and we developed a prototype. And then as the company grew and the startup developed and they got more funding and grew the business, we grew with them and we grew the team. And in some instances, as I said, we started from 2-3 developers. We grew the team to 16-20 developers doing, the whole slew from development to testing to writing technical documentation. But having said that, startups is not our only clientele. We also have large customers. The most notable of them, I would say, is Monster. Monster Worldwide is a customer of ours. Specifically, the Division Military, group.
Right.
And also Stanford University was a customer of ours. We did some work for Stanford.
Okay, good.